Hello, and welcome to the first video in the Adobe Connect training series for the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. In this video, we will get a quick overview of Adobe Connect, go over steps for getting started, and create our first meeting. Adobe Connect is an online meeting and collaboration tool available to all faculty and students at the Johns Hopkins University. This tool can be particularly helpful when weather-related or geographical obstacles come up during the semester. With Adobe Connect, you can host meetings with audio, video, and real-time chat features, as well as share items such as PowerPoints, PDFs, whiteboards, and even your desktop. Other built-in features such as polling and recording are also available. Before we begin with Adobe Connect, there are a few things we want to do to prepare. Your computer, which can be a Mac or a PC, needs to at least have a microphone and speakers so you can communicate with your students during the meeting. You may also use a telephone for the audio connection, but this requires a dedicated conference call number. In this tutorial, we will only cover the use of the microphone and speakers connected to your computer. A webcam is also helpful, but not required. These devices may be built into your computer, or you may wish to purchase a headset with microphone or a webcam like the ones shown for better quality. Both are relatively inexpensive and are easy to find at any online or local store that sells electronic products. Once you are set with hardware, you will want to test your machine to be sure it's compatible with Adobe Connect. The following URL will take you to a page which runs a diagnostic test to make sure your machine is up to speed and has all the required plugins and add-ins installed. We recommend that you use Adobe Connect with either Microsoft Internet Explorer or Firefox Mozilla if possible. The test will run automatically and should only take a minute or two to complete. If your machine does not pass, you should contact the IT department as soon as possible to resolve the issue. Otherwise, you are ready to begin. Note that Adobe Connect meetings are a Flash-based technology. This means, by default, they are not viewable by mobile phones and tablet devices. However, there is a free app available in the Apple Store and through Google Play, which your students can download to work around this. Note these apps can only be used to view meetings. They can't be used by hosts to hold meetings. Let's get started with setting up our first meeting. We begin by going to the URL connect.johnshopkins.edu. This brings you to a welcome page that includes links to several how-to documents with a sign-in button on the right. Click on the sign-in button and you will be prompted to enter your JHU credentials. The initial homepage of Adobe Connect will show you a listing of all the meeting rooms you have available to you. Or if this is your first time logging in, this panel will be blank. If you click on a meeting name in the left-hand panel, information about it populates to the right-hand side. Observe there is also a tab where you can view a calendar of any upcoming Adobe Connect meetings you have scheduled, as well as a Resources tab which contains helpful information from Adobe. At the top of the page is a gray navigation bar where you can manage your meetings, pre-upload content, and even pull reports. For now, we want to focus on the two buttons below this bar listed as Create New. We have one button for Meeting and one button for Content. Select the Meeting button to create a new meeting. On the following form page, we have the option to enter some information about our new meeting. Note that any fields denoted with a red star are required. We'll start with the name field. I'll name my meeting Snow Day Makeup. The next field allows me to request a custom URL, though it is not required. If you leave it blank, Adobe Connect will create the URL for you. Below that, I have the option to enter a summary. This information is for my reference only and will not be visible to my students. Below Summary, you can enter a start time and duration. These fields are also only for your reference. Once created, the actual Adobe Connect meeting room will be available any time of day for any duration until you choose to delete it. The fields labeled Template and Language can be left to their default setting. Lastly, we have the Access area. Here we can choose who may attend the meeting. You may choose to declare only certain users, blocking guests. You may choose to accept guests on a case-by-case basis, or you may permit anyone with the URL to enter the meeting room. There is also an option to require a passcode to enter your meeting. If you wish to invoke this option, simply check the box and enter the passcode you would like them to enter. Finally, while not covered today, there is an area for integrating with telephone conferencing services. This advanced feature will be covered in the later tutorials. For now, we are going to leave this to the default of do not include any audio conference to this meeting. From this point, we can select either Next or Finish. If you wish to select specific users and send invites to them from within Adobe Connect, you would select Next. Find those users from the list and send invitations. However, since I chose the setting of allowing anyone with the URL to enter my meeting, I'm going to just select the Finish button. This shows me a confirmation screen. Most importantly, it gives me my meeting URL. This is what I want to share with my students, either via email or possibly a Blackboard announcement, so that they can join the meeting. This concludes the first part of our Adobe Connect training series. The next video will cover how to hold your meeting, share content, and work with the Adobe Connect interface and tools. Thank you.